Chairman Wontumi ekokopie mu ewo court na eyoja na efri ho edeba and rather eba be breaki ebi edemamo eye state prosecution witness testify against Chairman Wontumi or ma judges ne hu yi say Chairman Wontumi land no and as a town on the forest na owo na oye adwuma no na oye illegal mining no without any evidence. Na sasema state prosecution witness or the two no eshoke Chairman Wontumi and the lawyers. Na Chairman Wontumi afi omo file a statement a document omo de kwa koma a the state attorney. Na state attorney no okache omo say sa document na omo de brem enkayese ne nsa di kan eka no onensa nyanka any document bia intino state attorney no judges no High Court judges no direct Chairman Wontumi and then the lawyers ne say omonfa document na omo say omo evidence no omonfa nkoma state prosecutioners no which is Attorney General and say omo de document no ekokoma omo na Attorney General so ne nkofo etna system say asema Chairman Wontumi ka no no kra abusua mom yanko na yankonkoti ensema ekoso ewo court wo Chairman Wontumi ne 15 years jail term no abusua aben no mom yanko na yankonkoti ensema ekoso unsubscribe subscribe na hit on the notification bell so na be any update be ever drop no one so wonsa ebetumi akabi gossip politics TV so.
Attention to the courts now. The Accra High Court has directed lawyers of the New Patriotic Party's Ashanti Regional Chairman Wontumi or Bernard Ntwibwe to serve documents which they sought to tender in as evidence to state prosecutors. Earlier, former Akonta Mining General Manager Edward Akwaku told the court during cross-examination that Chairman Wontumi does not deal with documents. The prosecution's first witness indicated that Wontumi's defense was that he is not an academic. Lord Edwasare was in court and reports.
Bernard Ntwibwe, also known as Wontumi, and 3 others have been charged with multiple offenses for allegedly undertaking illegal mining in the Tano-Nimri Forest Reserve in the Western region. They have pleaded not guilty and are on bail. In court on Monday, May 11, lawyers of the NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman, led by Andy Apiakubi, continued with the cross-examination of the prosecution's first witness, Edward Kwesi Akwaku. The general manager of Akonta Mining told the court that Wontumi engaged him in 2021 after disclosing that he had Chinese partners who would provide equipment, logistics, and would front the mining operations. Edward Akwaku indicated that in 2022, despite not being issued a mining license, Chairman Wontumi told him to move into Tano-Nimri Forest Reserve to mine, noting that he had informed the then Lands Minister. The NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman showed a no objection letter into his request to the Minister as permit for the operations. He further explained that indigents of Samraboy protested against the mining activities of Akonta Mining and set heavy-duty trucks belonging to the company ablaze. According to the witness, one of the trucks was provided by the Chinese partners of Wontumi. Asked to produce documentation to prove the owner of the consignment carried by the trucks, the witness disclosed that Wontumi was not in the habit of working with documents, since according to him, he was not an academic. Andy Apiakubi, however, produced a letter which he explained had been authored on behalf of Wontumi and sought to tender it into evidence. Senior State Attorney Nana Maprempe told the court they had not been served with a document. The court therefore ordered the defense lawyers to file the documents into disclosures and serve the state before the next adjourned date. Andy Apiakubi spoke after the hearing.
Never use documents in transactions, but we're trying to prove that that is not the case because he himself has signed documents for and on behalf of A2 and A1 in civil courts. We are seeking to tender that document that he signed in his witness statement in that civil court to indicate A2, A1 that when necessary they deal documents.
Lord Udasai, TV3 News, Accra.
Away from the courts, the Minister of Roads and Highways, Kwame Governor Abuja, has rejected claims timelines set for the completion of the Big Push projects are overly ambitious and unrealistic. The comments of the minister follows claims that the Accra-Kumasi Expressway is not achievable.
The minister once again on an ambitious drive to inspect roads in the eastern, central, western and western north regions. His first port of call was the stalled Kumasi bypass, which has attracted heavy criticism over claims it has been abandoned.
Government's intention to build a new road from Accra to Kumasi called the Accra-Kumasi Expressway is not a substitute to the existing Accra-Kumasi highway. It's supposed to complement that project. So nobody should be afraid of the fact that because we are doing Accra-Kumasi Expressway, it means this road is no longer a government priority. It's supposed to be complementary.
Still on roads, the 3 major Big Push road projects are underway in the Greater Accra region, but mounting frustration is growing among residents and motorists over what they describe as painfully slow progress and worsening road conditions, from demolished structures along the Tema-Aflao corridor to crater-filled inner roads around Boom Barrier. Affected communities say that the ongoing construction is causing more hardship than relief.
The Greater Accra region is benefiting from 3 major projects under the government's Big Push infrastructure agenda. The rehabilitation of the Tema-Aflao Road, covering 17.3 kilometers by First Sky Limited. The reconstruction of the Dodowa-Afienya-Dowenya Road, spanning 27.8 kilometers by Oswald Investment Limited, and the upgrading of the Oyibi-Apollonia-Afienya Road, stretching 21 kilometers, are currently ongoing. Awarded on September 5 last year, the Tema-Aflao Road remains a critical corridor linking the capital to neighboring West African countries to the east, while also serving as a major route for the movement of passengers and goods within the country. The project is progressing steadily, with engineers constructing 3 major drains to ensure the rapid and safe flow of water during heavy downpours. Excavation works are also ongoing at sections of the site. Structures situated within the construction zone have been demolished to pave the way for the expansion works. The project comes at a contract sum of over 1,477,000,000 cedis. However, residents along the corridor say the pace of work remains slow and frustrating.
You know, Ghanaians, we have been waiting for a long, so we want things fast. And the fast thing improve that the government is doing something. So those that have awarded the contract, they have to come to the site and do things fast. How many years is for the government? It's 4 years. And now it's almost 2 years. So how many years remaining? And we are going to enter into rainy season. They will say because of the rain, they stop doing road and things. So we need agent help so that we'll be out of these things. Look at our inner lanes. Bonkatamanzo is part of Tema. But if you like, go inside and see. Nothing.
Motorists share similar concerns, citing heavy traffic congestion, dust, and deteriorating sections of the road.
When we are shares, I mean, me feeling me use tipa. Yeah, TT brothers. Yeah, not change of government, but still, yeah, got 2 years in Pony. Yeah, who we there be almost a bay. Bra, yeah, brain, traffic betches are say a bay ye na and a motobi were on bet 2 dear. I say, Omuya no my entertainment, yeah, by June. June Muna, yeah, right now, yeah, who we.
The construction firm declined to comment on the progress of work. At Afienya, the expansion of the road has also led to the demolition of structures situated along the construction path. This follows compensation payments made to affected property owners. But a more troubling situation is unfolding on the inner roads linking Pombaria to the Michel Camp area. Craters created by heavy-duty trucks have left the stretch nearly inaccessible. Residents say the situation is severely affecting transportation and daily economic activities. While government touts the project as a major step toward easing congestion and boosting economic activity, many residents insist that the true benefit will only be felt when the roads are completed and the burden of construction gives way to lasting relief. Stanley Niblew, TV3 News, Accra.
In more news tonight, 60 fire service personnel have been deployed across the country to serve as fire police officers and provide protection for firefighters during emergency operations.
Over the years, there have been several reports of members of the public attacking and obstructing firefighters while carrying out their lawful duties. According to the Ghana National Fire Service, these incidents are partly due to the absence of fire police personnel. As a result, the Fire Service Police Unit, which was established some years ago, has been revived, with 60 personnel undergoing training by the military police units of the Ghana Armed Forces. Addressing the personnel, Chief Fire Officer Daniela Mausi Into Sapon called on them to uphold the integrity of the service. She also warned the public to desist from the growing trend of assaulting firefighters in the line of duty.
This year alone, the Ghana National Fire Service has recorded more than 30 attacks on firefighters during emergency operations. Some of these attacks have resulted in serious and life-threatening injuries. Ladies and gentlemen, this situation cannot continue. From today, any person who attacks, obstructs, or prevents firefighters from carrying out their lawful duties will be arrested and handed over to the Ghana Police Service.
Constant efforts to decongest the capital appear to yield little long-term success because traders continue to return to pavement and roadsides shortly after enforcement exercises. Concerns remain over lack of sustained monitoring and continuous enforcement as problem persists, especially in La Paz, where traders say they have not been given any better alternative to sell. Christian Yale reports.
I'm going to run the 24-hour city, so we're not sleeping, we are working it every day. So it means this will be, it's not going to be 90 wonder.
This happened last year in May when the Accra Metropolitan Assembly embarked on a citywide decongestion exercise to clear street traders and unauthorized structures from pavement. It was not going to be a 9-day wonder, as was said, and since then, the mayor and his team have, from time to time, visited targeted locations within the Central Business District to attempt restoring order and improving urban mobility. But when the officers dressed in AMA vests leave, little is said about the impact as many of the traders return. Just last week, Thursday, May 8th, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, the AMA Mayor and city authorities stormed La Paz on the National Road 1 to stop traders from selling on the pavement. They were to leave the space by Monday, but that had not entirely happened. Traders say they have no other place to settle.
Because we are trying SS4, we are trying University 4,
Many of us here take loans to do business. Evicting us from this place will erode our source of livelihoods. We have children we are taking care of.
I
have been affected by this exercise. I currently do not have a place to sell. They should open the space around the footbridge for us.
Chairman of the La Paz Traders, Samuel Bamfo, says authorities should make a space around the footbridge available for use so the pavement can be free.
Because single parents
we cannot evict everyone. Some are single parents surviving on this trade. We are selling here due to hardship.
Sometimes from the other side and so footbridge.
We can use the space below the footbridge.
Following its debt restructuring program signals renewed investor confidence and marks an important step in the country's economic recovery. His comments come amid lingering concerns among some investors and market participants following the previous government's domestic debt exchange program, commonly referred to as haircut, introduced as part of efforts to restore debt sustainability under the IMF-supported program. Speaking at the SME Investment Forum organized by the Nkabom Collaborative in partnership with the Association of Ghana Industries and other stakeholders in Accra, Presidential Advisor on the Economy, Seth Tekpe, said Ghana's re-entry into the domestic debt market should be viewed positively despite public skepticism surrounding the restructuring process.
Well, I deem it as positive and something commendable for all of us Ghanaians. I'm not being partisan about it. That we are emerging out of the haircut, and we are emerging, out of the default in particular. And we are back, government is back on the Ghana Stock Exchange.
The forum focused on improving access to finance for small and medium enterprises, particularly within Ghana's agri-food sector, amid concerns over persistent funding gaps facing businesses. Tekpe argued that although debt defaults and restructuring are often viewed negatively, several countries facing fiscal challenges have experienced similar situations over the years. He maintained that Ghana's return to the market reflects growing stability and confidence in the economy. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Ghana Industries, Seth Chuma Kwabwa, citing data from the Ghana Statistical Service, said SME contributes more than 70% of Ghana's GDP and employ over 85% of the workforce. Despite the sector's economic importance, he noted that access to credit remains a major challenge for many businesses.
The World Bank 2024 Enterprise Survey report reveals that only 12% of Ghanaian SMEs access formal banking loans. AGI, we have our business barometer, which is a survey that measures the confidence level of businesses about the business environment. And consistently over the years, we ask them to cite the top 5 challenges. And you can be sure that access to finance will always be one of such challenges.
Now, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Etuahene has commended government's effort to stabilize the economy, but says 2027 will be a critical test of the progress made so far. His comments follow Fitch Ratings' decision to upgrade Ghana's long-term foreign currency issuer debt rating from B- to B with a positive outlook. Speaking on Business Focus, Dr. Etuahene said Ghana still faces significant debt servicing obligations from 2027, which could increase the country's vulnerability, particularly given its relatively low tax-to-GDP ratio.
We've done very well to go against the storm, and actually we haven't finished. We are almost in the middle of the storm. So I would say that we have basically done very good, but we haven't there yet. The journey will start from 2027. On 2027, Ghana had to take a debt of 57 billion, payment of DDEP, principal payment. In addition to the Eurobond 2.7 billion, have we put in structures to be able to pay? Or we just clamoring of figures? That is where the journey actually begins. And if you're not able to pay, then you go for restructuring. If you're not able to do, maybe you are refinancing. So for me, I think this is the beginning of the real journey.
Abuzia, we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway so chairman Wontumi ena echese ye de ne ho nsem ebrem. Ye bedamase samoje pene kokoti sa ensem we edema. There is much interesting moment ahead.